Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're going to check out 3 things that you really need to do every day to improve your guitar playing. You know, for a really long time I had lots of problems with syncing up my both hands, and it made my playing very sloppy. It really stopped me from getting the results that I was after. So I started playing these 3 exercises every day. So the first 2 exercises are about technique. The first one is for your right hand, the second is for your left hand and for your sync, and the third is actually for your musical intuition, and to recognize notes and chords and to develop a strong feeling for what note fits to each chord. So I'm sure those 3 exercises will help you tremendously. So let's get to work. So in this first exercise we're going to grab this open E chord with our left hand, just to have something nice to listen to. And we're going to focus on the right hand. And for those of you who knows me from my guitar courses knows that I'm a big fan of string skipping. I think it's a wonderful tool to develop your technique. So we're going to skip strings. We're going to play every other string. So we're going to start on the low E string, skip the A string, come up to the D string with an upstroke, downstroke on the A string, skip the D string, upstroke on the G string, downstroke on the D string, skip the G string, upstroke on the B string, downstroke on the G string, skip the B string, and upstroke on the E string. So we have then played like that. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And for those of you who knows me from my guitar courses, then you're familiar with the triple M method that I'm using throughout my courses. And that's a 3-step learning process. And in this lesson we will use the first 2 steps: memorizing and motorizing. That means that the first thing we do is we just very slowly and at our own pace check out every exercise very thoroughly, and taking care of every problem that might arise or any questions that you might find along the way, really making sure that we know exactly what we're doing. So we're not at all concerned with speed at this moment, the tempo. We're not using a metronome, we're not concerned with the rhythm at all. We just take our time checking everything out and making sure it's perfect. Then we move on and we play to the metronome. So when you can play this in your sleep sort of, then it's time to pick up the metronome. So let's take a look at that. And a really great way to get the most out of each exercise is to start them on an upstroke. That way you get 2 exercises out of 1. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to play this same exercise, but this time we're going to pick each note twice, like this. Let's try now to pick every note 3 times. Okay, so moving on now, we're going to skip 2 strings. So we're going to play the low E string, the G string, the A string, the B string, the D string, the E string. Then we play the D string and the high E string again and climb back down. So the whole exercise will then look like this. So let's move on now to exercise number 2. And this is for your left hand mainly, but also for your sync. So you're really syncing up your two hands, making them work as a team together. So this is very effective. So we're going to use this scale shape with 4 notes on each string. We start on the low E string on fret 5 with our first finger. And then we play the next adjacent note, and the next, and the next. And this shape we're going to continue all the way up the strings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we reach the highest note, we're going to slide up 1 fret and play the same shape downwards. And as you can see, I'm using alternate picking. And when we come down here, we slide up 1 fret, play upwards. Slide up. Like that. And of course we can play the same exercise downwards. So we start on fret 12, for example, and we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide down. Slide down. And so forth. So this is a great exercise, and of course you can start with an upstroke here as well. So let's check this out to the metronome now. This is a bit more tricky because we're going to start every other string with a downstroke, and every other string on an upstroke, and every other string on an upstroke. Okay, so this third and last exercise is for developing your musical intuition, your ears, so you can more easily find what notes fit to each chord, which is a really good skill to have, especially if you find yourself in situations where you're not familiar with the songs and you just have to sort of wing it. Then you need to develop big ears, okay? And this is an exercise I call in the dark, because you're going to be totally in the dark, not knowing what you're doing, just relying on your intuition and your ears. So first pick a backing track or a chord progression or a song that you're familiar with, and then without ever looking at the fretboard throughout the whole exercise, you just pick a note that you feel fits to the background. And I'm going to demonstrate this to a backing track in a moment. And every time you find yourself getting into a familiar pattern or knowing what you're doing, you immediately move your hand away from that area. Just searching, listening, paying focus to how the notes feels together with the music. I'll just start by picking any note. That was not a good one, so I slid down. Okay, these two are good. Now I'm recognizing a pattern here, so I move my hands immediately. Okay, I know this pattern. I move again. And sometimes I just move along one string. So that's a great exercise. And you should do it every day, because you need to develop your ears and your intuition every day. It will also help you to build your own musical language, your own voice, so to speak. And if you find that you have trouble with these exercises, please check out my technique lessons. They will surely help you with that. Okay, so I hope this was a bit inspiring and perhaps even challenging. And until the next time, please keep those strings ringing, okay? Until the next time, have fun with the guitar and keep those strings ringing, okay? And if you found this at all valuable, then please hit the subscribe button. And if you found this at all valuable, then please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell button that will make so that you will get a notification every time a new valuable video comes up. So until the next time, have fun with the guitar and don't forget to keep those strings ringing now, okay? So let's check out the second part of this exercise. So now we're going to check out the third part of this exercise.